Yo, what is up YouTube? It's your boy AM coming to you with a video blog. I don't even know what number this is. You'll see it at the bottom of the screen somewhere around here. But this video blog is going to be very interesting because I was able to learn a new skill while I was in COVID. Back in March of last year, I had to work remotely for pretty much the remainder of the year. And so that means I had to self-isolate in my home for the majority of the time. And then when I was self-isolating, I decided that I needed to at least be productive in some way or in some fashion that I was able to kind of push myself a little bit, because usually if you try to learn new things, it's better to do it in person with the people around, and that wasn't the case. So I decided to what's a better word for that? I just decided to focus on a couple of things that I can get better at. One was cooking, so I decided to learn how to make pork ribs. This is something that I was really excited to do because I've always been a fan of barbecue. But unfortunately for me, I don't have a smoker and I don't have a grill outside so I can slow cook this stuff. And I just have an oven. And then I also got a crock pot. So I decided to get good at making crock pot spare ribs and make it taste really, really well. And so that's what I was doing. And I also wanted to write more, so I got a lot of cool writing utensils, which I might share with you later on in the other video blogs. It's another thing that I wanted to do, which is write more. And then I also wanted to learn something that I'd never done before, and this is where this comes in. So I wanted to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And how this came about into my awareness was that I was watching videos on Facebook. You know, somebody shares a video with you, and then you just click on it and you watch it, and it's usually a meme video or a viral video. But what ended up happening was that the video just kept playing because YouTube, not YouTube, but Facebook knows how to lure you into their stuff. So they try to spy on you and learn all your likes and dislikes, and then they make an algorithm, and then they send you videos based on that algorithm. But Rubik's Cubes also are solved with algorithms. Anyway, so then I saw this video of this Chinese kid doing his Rubik's Cube. So he was juggling these 3 cubes, and then he was solving it while he was juggling it. And it was it looked like America's Got Talent, but the Chinese version of it. It was subtitled, and I was watching it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I was like, that'd be kind of cool if I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So the kid did it, and it was really cool. They dramatized it because at one point he hit 2 cubes and it kind of bounced off each other. And it looked like it was going to fail, but it didn't. He was able to solve it. And then it was just really cool. And then it cut to maybe a month later. I was looking for gifts for some family members so I can send it to them. I went into one of I think a GameStop, and I saw this just sitting there, and it was for $10. And I was like, I am gonna buy that, and I'm gonna learn. So that's what I did. So what ended up happening was, I'm just mixing it right now, but I'm gonna solve it in a little bit. Was I just started messing around with it. I would sit on the couch, and I wanted to watch TV shows with Paige, and then I just fiddle around with my Rubik's Cube trying to figure it out. And it took a while because I was just messing around with it until finally I was able to solve it. I didn't even know how I solved it. I just did. And I was just oh, that's kind of crazy. And then I just got really into it. And I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to be able to solve this Rubik's Cube again, I'm not going to spend more months figuring it out. I'm going to learn about it. So I ended up watching YouTube videos. I started reading books about it. And just figuring out what is the science behind a Rubik's Cube. And the more I got into it, the more I kind of got into how to solve it. And at one point I started trying to being a speed cuber. Obviously I'm really old, so it may be past my prime as a speed cuber, but I said, okay, I should be able to get good times, and that's what I ended up doing. So what I'm gonna do for you right now is solve it. I just mixed it all up into crazy little bits, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go a little slow because I'm gonna be talking. Usually I have to use my full concentration to get it going, and maybe after I solve it, I'll have PM come and mix it up, and then I'll just maybe do a really quick one as fast as I can at the current moment, because I haven't been practicing doing this as much. But there was a point in time where I was getting it to like under a minute, and I was like super proud. And at first it was like 10 minutes, and I would do it like 5 times every night at 10 minutes, and it became 7 minutes, and it became 5 minutes, and it became 2 minutes, and then it just became like solving it in like a minute. And when I hit the sub-minute mark, I was like so happy, and I never went back and tried to like be faster than that. But I was just pleased with myself, pleased as punch. And so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna solve it, and I think it's really fun. So like if you're in quarantine and you want to like pick up a new skill that's fairly easy to do, I suggest you just like get a Rubiks Cube. It doesn't take too much investment. I bought this thing for $10. You can buy a professional one on. Actually, I didn't even get a professional one yet, but you can buy them on like Amazon, and they're pretty cheap. Like you can get a professional one for like $20. I don't even know why I haven't bought one yet, but I just was like more sentimental with the first one I got, and so I've just been using it. And I'm not like really too invested in it in the sense that I'm gonna like go professional in Rubik's Cubes. I just want to like solve it, and then if somebody ever like throws me in, I can be able to do it really quick. So that's just basically the idea behind it. It's not like that I'm trying to be like the world's greatest. I think you got to be young for that, and then invest a lot of time and energy into getting to those really crazy speeds. I'm sure there's like a lot of people out there that already know how to solve a Rubik's Cube and saying that it's kind of like a baby thing, because there's also like different variations of this. There's like four-sided ones. There's like 12-sided, and it gets really crazy. I haven't really got into it, but like when you read the books and stuff, it tells you like the theory behind it, which is interesting. And they get really into like the algorithms of like what an algorithm is and how it pertains to the cube. And so that part of it sparks my interest quite a bit, because I'm kind of like a nerd that way. When I get really into something, I kind of like research it a lot. I kind of like dive into the facts and just try to figure out how things really work, and that's really exciting to me. So this is like my first foray into Rubik's Cubes, and I'm pretty excited about how it's going. It's pretty neat. Once you get really good at it, it becomes pretty fast. But right now, I'm just explaining like my whole process to you, and then also solving it. So I'm not going to be able to solve this really quick, but then the next one I'm going to do is mix it up, and then you're going to see me go as fast as possible so that I can like really turn up the juice and see what numbers I can get. I'm really excited for that. Really excited for that. Yeah. So we'll check it out. But for right now, I'm just doing like a simple solve, just getting my cube ready to go. As you can see, I got the tops, I got the bottoms, and I got partially the sides. And so this is kind of like pretty much like the last bits before it gets completely solved. There's like algorithms that are into it. So like solving each part of the cube is not like, it's not simple just like getting one side finished. It's like getting small pieces of the cube done. And once that's done, then it becomes really cool. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, it just becomes really neat. I've been having a lot of fun doing this, and it's been really cool because I was able to like watch television and then also solve the cube at the same time. For a while, I wasn't really into like watching television, but in a way to bond a little bit more with PM, because she's a big television watcher, is that I decided to like get something that I was able to do both at the same time. One to stimulate my mind, and then one to also watch a TV show. So I ended up watching The Queen's Gambit while learning how to do Rubik's Cubes. What else have I've learned how to watch? I don't know. There's a lot of shows. But yeah, it's solved now. So it was a good way for me to pass the time. I'm gonna toss this off screen because PM's right over here. Actually, come over here. Just come right here. Put your hands right here, and then you can mix it up. So you're gonna see her right here. She's gonna jumble it up, and then I'm gonna go for like a really quick speed run. Now it's becoming second nature to me, where I'm just like, I can just do it, and I do it fairly well, like you just saw. But this takes a little bit of concentration to get it really fast and ready to go. So I'm really excited for this. Maybe I should just kept going and got really good at it. Anybody out there, members of the Day and Night Gang that want to get into Rubik's Cube, you should. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's really fun. It's very cheap. The cost to get into it's $10. You got a cube ready to go. If you want to get like a professional one, get 20 bucks. Maybe that's what I should do is buy a professional cube and start working with that one. The problem with these toy ones is that they kind of get jumbled. They get stuck a little bit. So unless you're like making really clean movements, sometimes you'll get like a little stuck. So that may slow you down. The professional ones, I guess, they get a little bit. The axle moves a lot quicker. Whenever you're ready, PM, you can hand it to me, and then we can start going on timing it. She's just mixing it up pretty well, making sure that it's all jumbled.
So jumbled.
Jumbled really good. And hopefully I can get a good, really decent run. I'm really excited. Okay, we are done. So let me get a quick look at it to see what I need to do, and then just let me know when you're ready to go.
Mark, get set, go.
Okay. Done. What is it?
2 minutes and 3 seconds.
It's 2 minutes and 3 seconds. So I didn't hit my goal, but I was like 3 seconds short. Hope you liked the video. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of this cool content, be sure to be a member of the Day and Night Gang and hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in getting into solving Rubik's Cubes and what other things that I should learn while I'm still in quarantine. I guess self-isolation, not quarantine. And anything else. And if you want to ask us questions, you can do so. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Other than that, peace.